In the solar industry, we have about 1% adoption rate at the moment of all residential customers. And one of the reasons we've been trying to figure out, what could be causing that. And we realized that actually, if you want to focus on adoption, you have to really understand what are the hindrances to adoption. And some of it, of course, is the item costs and how people can be certain that they're going to get an affordable enough product. That's a massive part of it in our economy. So that's one part of adoption that's a problem. And then another part was just the customer experience being a little bit problematic when you have, maybe different levels of performance in systems and people don't really understand what's going on and they have to go through this becoming an engineer overnight journey that we talk about a lot. So that was another thing that we thought maybe was scaring people from this. And then finally, it's just around sort of the number of entities or the bankability of what you're doing. If you add something and it turns out to be an additional expense, that's something that from a bankability standpoint is a different value proposition. A value proposition to say you're already paying 2,000 Rand, why don't you pay 1,900 is much better than you're already paying 2,000. Why don't I reduce your bill but add another bill on top that might end up summing up to more than what you were paying before? So we have to be very careful about how we propose value to the customer. So it's in all those three things. And the key feature around One Bill is to just create transparency on everything and just to say, look, we will be one entity and we will bring energy to you and we will show you what you would have paid without us all the time. And then we will show you that you're paying less because the more solar you add, the less it costs you ultimately. We know that over the last few years, ESCOM and municipality direct charges to customers have increased faster than inflation by about 5x. At the same time, we've had about a 60-70% reduction in real terms on solar costs. So ultimately, over time, that value proposition will continue to increase and increase. And we just want to pass that to the customer in a very transparent way. How it actually works is very simple. So you go on the app and you can opt in to become a One Bill customer just by clicking on the toggle button, and then you get a request for your meter number on the utility side. We're then able to help you use your consumption patterns that we've been studying and putting through our physics models and our machine learning and AI to predict how much energy you're going to need, pre-purchase the token that you need from the grid for you, as well as pay off your subscription ahead of time. So you kind of know exactly what you're going to face even before you go into the month, and you can decide to change your behavior as you see, and all that's going to do is just going to carry over your credit to the following month. So there's a massive amount of transparency, and that's how it works. So we spend a lot of time on doing big data. And at the end, what we are really trying to do with AI at that point is continue to apply it as a way to keep our organization lean by using that data, using AI on that data to solve a lot of the problems. So we have less of an overhead, which then creates a lower cost for customers ultimately, and basically a better value proposition. Again, it comes to creating a great experience without charging a premium. AI so far in our AI mode that got launched earlier this year has actually increased savings by 30 percentage points. So where a typical solar system was saving clients about 65%, 65%, ours was saving up to 90% for the same customer, because all it does is it tries to figure out when you're about to waste energy and make sure it deploys it for you. And doing that on an hourly basis, minute by minute basis, daily basis, basically accrues so much more savings. So that's already real tangible rands that AI has given us, and we're just doubling down on that. This approach, this customer-centric approach, this frictionless approach, this approach that really just uses the latest, greatest financing, fintech, software to augment the role of solar, we feel will drive a massive amount of adoption, and that's what we're hoping will turn out.